Matt Wilton. Hi and welcome everybody to another webinar that we're having live tonight. We've got a few people coming to speak to you all this evening, so hopefully you'll get a lot out of what you're going to be hearing. If you have got any questions, please do put them in the post comment bar at the bottom, and we'll do our best to answer them at the end. We're going to be talking a bit about the UK course, the next course coming up in Bristol. But before that, we've also got a course in South Africa in a couple of weeks' time. The first course we've had over there since COVID. So really excited to get that region back up and running again. And we'll also, like I said, be focusing on the Bristol course, which is coming up at the end of February, beginning of March. So I'm going to bring on one of the course instructors who's going to tell you a bit about the Bristol course. I'm going to bring on Ashley Gearan. So over to you, Ash.
Ashley Gearan, evening everyone. I'm one of the instructors on the upcoming Bristol course. Just a little bit about me. I joined the program in 1997. My first few courses were instructed by Dave McGuire. Been on the course ever since, and have the privilege of instructing the next course in Bristol with Lokesh. A few things about the course. The course is going to cover so many different aspects of your speech. So it's going to cover the physical side of stammering. We're going to learn a lot of different techniques all about focusing on the physical side of stammering, but also we're going to focus on the psychological side of stammering as well. For me, probably one of the biggest things was learning how to conquer the fear of what I thought was the fear of going into speaking situations, but it's actually the fear of stammering that was really holding me back. And we're going to learn so many techniques about dealing with that fear of stammering and dealing with the fear that we've built up over the years of certain situations and maybe certain words and sounds. So that's the kind of thing we're going to be focusing on with the course, and we've got the pleasure of Lokesh as well, who is a super organized person, so you're in for a real treat of lots of different sessions and hopefully quite a fast moving course, and you'll really learn to enjoy working on your speech. Matt, did you want me to add anything else to that?
Thank you, Ashley. No, that's absolutely fine. Thank you. Let's get Lokesh on, and Lokesh has got a bit to say as well. So, Lokesh.
Lokesh Mahajan speaking. Evening all. And along with Ash, I'll be one of the course instructors at Bristol, and it's our job to help teach and help all of you grasp the McGuire technique. A bit about me first. I joined the program back into 2012 when I was coming to the end of my days at university and really keen to start a career. And I did an internship during it, and I really struggled speech-wise. And I thought, okay, my stutter could actually interfere with all of the career aims that I've got. And after that, I joined the program, and it's been great at just teaching me all of the techniques and also giving me the support that I need to take control. Just to talk over a bit about the course schedule and the timings then. It'll be Wednesday night until Saturday. It's an intense couple of days, and I'll talk over why in a bit. On the Wednesday evening, it will be an introduction, both us to give you an intro to the course coming up, but also gives us a chance to hear about you and also understand.
Okay, I think we've lost Lakesh. I believe he. Oh, here he is.
Sorry, did it just
Yeah, you're back.
cut
That's
off
fine.
there? Am I back?
Yeah.
Perfect. So Thursday then is on to the physical day and all about teaching you the physical techniques to get to grips with managing the stutter. But then having a stutter, right? It isn't about the physical manifestations of the blocks and the repetitions. As all of us know, it's much deeper rooted in here. And that's why on the Friday, we'll also be covering the psychological techniques too, to help you control your emotions and combine that with the physical techniques and then bringing it all together on the Saturday, which is then really the day where you'll learn how to take the techniques we've been teaching you back into the real world. A couple of the key unique selling points to me about the McGuire program then. First of all, I touched on the days being intense earlier. And the reason for that is because we speak all day, every day. In order to truly learn a new speaking habit, we've really got to nail down this technique over and over again. And it's this intense nature which will then help you adapt and learn the techniques after that. The next reason is that you're going to come into a room where honestly everyone knows exactly what you're going through, because all of us have a stutter, all of us have been on the program, and all of us were nervous on the first day we came in. And it's truly a different experience to be able to relate to all the instructors and the coaches who are going to be there with you. Last of all, it's a lifetime support network. We aren't there to just instruct and coach you on a course and then that's it. It's over to you after that. You're going to have access to hundreds of coaches all over the world. You're going to have lots of courses and support groups to come on to keep practicing. And of course, you'll be assigned your own coach too, who is there to give you all of the support you need after the course. It's a brilliant program, and I can't wait to meet lots of you in Bristol. Lakesh Mahajan.
Thank you, Lakesh. That's brilliant. So that's the Bristol course, a bit about that. Now I'm going to pass you over to Freddie, who is going to talk a little bit about the South Africa course coming up. Freddie. We have a bit of a sound problem. Okay. Seems like we've got a bit of a sound problem from Freddie. Technology, hey? We'll try and get Freddie back in a moment. We'll pass you over to Amy Redette next. She's going to talk a little bit about the upcoming course in Bristol, the organizer, and a bit more about the support network. So, Amy.
Amy Redette. Hi, everyone. So just wanted to start by saying a little bit about my background on the course. So I joined the programme in 2014. It's totally and completely changed my life. And on the course, I'm going to be the person that you come to for any sort of organisational problems, so any problems with your room, any problems that you're having, maybe you need a bit extra support. I'll be that person that you can come to. I wanted to talk a little bit about the support. So Lokesh has just touched on that really well. So after your first course, you're going to have daily Zoom calls with either me, Matt, Lokesh, and Ashley. And that's going to carry out for 2 weeks after your first course. So you're going to have that face-to-face online support every single day. And as Lokesh said, that's something that really sets the programme apart from any other speech therapy. One massive thing about people who stammer is there is a massive sense of isolation that we feel. So then being in a room with people who stammer just kind of melts all of that away. So then you're going to be assigned 2 primary coaches. So they're going to be the people that you're going to call every day for the first 2 weeks, and then you'll figure out how often you need those calls to be happening afterwards. Those will be the people that you really get to know really well. Those will be the people that you turn to when you've got a speaking challenge. And what's so amazing about the McGuire Programme is we all are still working on our speech. We all need those calls. So when you're calling your coaches, you're helping them as much as you're helping yourself. And that's a lot of what I talk to my students about. It's not just one way, we're all helping each other and we're all working towards the same goal. Because we all have a stammer and we all know what it feels like, there's never going to be a time where you're ringing a coach on the phone list and they're not knowing what you're talking about. We've all been there before. We all know what it's like. So there are in-person support groups as well, and there's online support groups that happen as well. There's support groups in person and improvement days. So improvement days look like a whole day that's kind of replicating a course, and we'll hold lots of sessions going through anything specific that anyone needs to work on. There's the international Skype and phone list. So literally at your fingertips. I find this so crazy how on my phone, I've got access to the most amazing McGuire coaches that at any time I can drop them a text or ring them. And if I'm preparing for something speech-wise, they'll help me get through that. Some of my best friends are on the programme and it's just so amazing. You'll have access as well to future courses. So as Lokesh said, it's not just something where you go onto a course, you come off and then you're on your own. There's a really lifetime support and it really becomes part of your everyday life. I think what's really important to stress is that this this is definitely a lifestyle change. It's not just a course where you're going to go on the course and come off of it and that's it. It's definitely something that now is part of my everyday life. My phone calls and my voice notes are part of my everyday life, getting that support from people who really understand. And I think that's about it, I think. Matt?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's brilliant. Very thorough. Thank you, Amy. So now we've got a couple of people that are South African, and we're going to talk about that region. Hopefully we can get Freddie back on now and you'll be able to hear him. So, Freddie.
Freddie van Westhuizen. Good evening, Matt. Good evening, everyone. My name is Freddie, and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, more specifically Stellenbosch. And we are very excited to be announcing that we will have our first course since 2020, since lockdown basically. And it's one of those feelings that you have. It's almost like the first course that we ever had in SA. So really looking forward to it. So a little bit about myself is that I joined the program in 2008 here in Cape Town area. And in 2009, I became a primary coach on the McGuire Program. And then about 2 or 3 years after that, became a course instructor. And ever since I joined the program, I have only been experiencing positive speaking situations. And like you've heard, there's lots of support on the program, and I've been using that support ever since, because with us trying this alone, it's not working. So it's been really, really rewarding being part of the program. So I just want to tell you a bit about this upcoming course we have. It is under 2 weeks from now, so the 9th to the 11th of February, we will be having a 3-day course in South Africa. So you've heard about how intense these courses are. So this one is going to be very intense, but we're really looking forward to it. It's at a nice farm just outside Stellenbosch. It's in the winelands, and it's like a retreat center. So you are totally just out of the rush of the town, just there to work on your speech, together with a lot of other people who have been where you are right now. So they joined their first course, and we're really looking forward to get it going. So the first day of the course will be, again, that physical side of stuttering, what stuttering is about, and how to deal with the fear that you feel around stuttering. So basically, when you have difficulty in speaking, how do we address that? So the physical side, teach you a new way of breathing, teach you a new way of speaking, and that's going to be dedicated on that Friday, only that physical side. On the Saturday, we'll have a psychological day. So we'll basically focus on all the psychological aspects, the fear, the emotions. How do you feel when you start stuttering? You basically you feel that fear gripping your chest area. It's all about that fear. How do we address that and break down that fear little by little, so we can get over this fear of speaking? Because to me, just being seen as a person who stutters is the worst. So it's kind of like you feel that you are not being good enough. So we are going to deal with how to break down that fear. And then on the Sunday, we take it out to the real world. So we'll have basically the guys joining, they will have speaking opportunities to go out and speak to the public. So they will have chance to tell us what this weekend meant to them. So they will speak as to where they were and where they are at that time, at that stage. So those are 3 days that we really have to grasp this new technique that you have heard about. But we're very excited to be welcoming 7 new students on the course. So we'll be carrying them through the weekend and teach them about this new way of speaking and how to learn to to use this new way out there in the real world. So we're very excited, especially not having a course for 3 years. Really looking forward to it. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Freddie. That's brilliant. Okay, now the last one to speak is Lisa. She's going to be speaking and tell you a bit about her journey. But first of all, I'm going to play you a little bit of her first day video. Now, first day video, if you didn't know, is something that we've all had to do before our first course. And I'm sure if you've spoken to me already on Zoom, you'd have seen my first day video before I joined the program. And it's done for two reasons, really, so that we can find out what kind of stammer the person's got, and what sort of coaching they would need, what sort of coaches, what sort of support they'll need through the course, but also so that you can look back and see, well, this is where it began. This is what it was like for me before I joined, or in that particular situation it was. So I'm going to show you the beginning of Lisa's first day video.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa. Can I have your full name, please?
Lisa Peters. It's my name
Hey.
and not last name.
Hey, Lisa. Whereabouts are you?
Well, right now I'm at a coastal town in South Africa, but I live in Johannesburg, but right now I'm not at home. So.
Oh, wow. So you're quite far from the UK. How did you hear about the program?
From my therapist in high school.
All right. Okay. Are you in high school now?
No, I work. That was a while ago.
Right. So what is it that you do?
I work in IT as well. I work for Deloitte Consulting. So I'm an IT consultant. I implement IT systems like SAP.
Okay, so I'm going to now bring on Lisa.
Lisa Peters, thank you, Matt. If you had played that video a bit longer, people would have had to see me struggle through the word sugar for about a minute. So it's definitely a interesting video to watch for me. I am 28 years old almost. I joined the course in 2021 when I was, 25, I think. I heard about the course when I was 18 and I wanted to join, but I kept postponing it, and my speech was really bad before I joined the course, as you could have heard. I'm a very overt stammerer. I have a very hard time hiding my stammer, and it really did hold me back. It hurt me a lot. It made me suffer in my personal life and my professional life as well. So by the time I joined the course in 2021, I just kind of had it. Like, it was really time to do something about the stammer, and I haven't looked back. So ever since joining the course, my life has changed in multiple ways. I moved to London. I don't live in South Africa anymore. I got a job offer from challenging myself to do interviews after the course. A thing we do is we try to challenge ourselves and push out of your speaking comfort zones. And I did that, and I just did a bunch of random interviews. And I got a job offer, and that would never have happened if it wasn't for the course. At my work as well, I am the lead of our stammer community where I work. So I work for a multinational, I think, organization we have hundreds of thousands of employees all over the world, and I am the person currently leading the stammer community at work, which I find great purpose in that, and I find great meaning in that as well. So yeah, it's changed my life personally and professionally. Personally, I'm just a lot more confident. I don't look at the floor as much as I did in that video. I don't laugh after I try to say my name and I fail. So yeah, the course has changed my life. I will not lie, it's hard work. It's work that you have to do every day. Your stammer won't go away. Your stammer will always be there. But instead of it controlling you, you control it. And that's a critical difference, and a critical thing you need to accept, is that it won't go away, but the pain it causes you will go away if you do what you should. So I've already touched on my achievements after the course. I believe there are many more achievements to come with my speech. I'm always trying to improve, trying to learn more about myself and accepting who I am with a stammer. And a very big part of that is the support that we get on this program. So I've done all the therapies that there are. When I was a child or when I was younger, I saw a bunch of speech therapists, and none of it really worked. But this program really has changed how I speak, and that's because of this support network. It is critical that you remain engaged with the people on the course. It's critical that you join improvement days, that you stay in touch with your coach and your coaches. That is truly what makes this course different, because you're being enabled and supported by people who know exactly what you're going through and who know exactly how you can improve. So yeah, I would say that's probably one of the key elements of the course. And I became a coach about a year ago now. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it, really having a great time. And I hope that you join the course, and I hope that you find the value in it that thousands of us have been able to find. Lisa Peters, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, that's it. It's been really great to have you come and watch this tonight. I want to thank all of the people that have attended, given up their time this evening to explain a bit about the program. Remember, it doesn't matter if you feel you've got a really severe overt stammer, or if you feel that there's only certain situations where you particularly struggle. This program can help you no matter what. It's more about how much you want to take control of this and not let the stammer dictate you like it did with me. It was always in my head telling me I couldn't do things and was holding me back daily. And being able to change that around makes a hell of a lot of difference in my life, as well as thousands of others. So thank you for tonight, and hopefully we'll see you sometime soon. Bye for now.